They're the world's greatest cities, famous for their culture and beauty. But there's something else waiting in the shadows. The scammers, the hustlers, the thieves. And they're all looking for tourists to con.
State against the wall.
Russian roulette? Are you joking me?
I'm Connor Woodman, and in Scam City, I set myself up as bait.
This is like being kidnapped.
A willing victim to be fleeced. I'll catch the scammers in the act.
Do you know where my wallet is?
I don't know.
And reveal the tricks of the trade.
Sorry, I'm not talking about that.
Because why? It's too dangerous?
And I'll expose them face to face.
We are filming you scamming me.
Scam City.
I get scammed, so you don't have to.
I've fallen deep into an illicit scam in New York City. Maybe too deep.
Okay, you get me a price right now. 2,000 bottles of Chanel No. 5.
Now you ready now?
I'm ready.
You got the money for it.
I've got 20 grand in my hotel, it's fine.
They say it's safe nowadays. But is the Big Apple really so shiny and clean?
For me, it's very dangerous. What I do now, they know the team. They will kill them.
I've just woken up in the city that never sleeps, and I'm going walkabout like the 50 million other tourists who come here every year. But I'm souvenir hunting for scammers.
Well, New York City claims to have completely cleaned up its act. Zero tolerance, 3 strikes and you're out. They'll say there's no crime here anymore. But one thing I know is any city that gets 1 million visitors a week, well, there's got to be scams.
Welcome to New York! Nice to see you. Big cities and green. The trees are so green. And the
If you take a bite of the Big Apple, what juicy scams will be revealed?
in New York.
Times Square is the biggest tourist hotspot in the city. Everyone who visits New York heads here. This was known for being a notorious crime spot. In the 70s and 80s, it was the centre for hustlers and prostitutes, surrounded by porn cinemas and clip joints.
These days, all the brothels have been replaced with donut shops, and the prostitutes are all cartoon characters. It's a lot less gangland, a bit more Disneyland.
Lou Reed wouldn't be walking on the wild side here nowadays. He'd be having his picture taken with Mickey Mouse for cash. Out-of-towners all want to take a photo home as a memento. But is it all as innocent as it appears to be?
Can we get a photo with
Get a
you?
photo.
$2.
Fantastic.
Thanks.
Cool.
How much is that,
thanks.
Mickey? $2. Beautiful. Liberty. How much is that? 5. Hey, Batman. I think Batman's drunk. The Cookie Monster. Oh, really? 2 of you?
Looks like I've got no choice. I only really wanted Cookie Monster.
Cheese. Cheese. Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
are you going to go for?
Hi, Buzz. Hi, Buzz.
There's a pattern here. Choose a character and another one jumps in. I thought I was just having a picture with Buzz, but Sonic wants a share of the action.
Yeah, how much? $5. Him as well? Wow, it's getting expensive. Those guys over there are only $2.
Thank you, Daddy. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
So both
Thanks.
Buzz and Sonic get paid.
You pose for a picture with one, and the other one comes and stands next to you. And then, of course, you pay one. You have to pay the other one as well.
These unlicensed characters have been known to lose their rag with tourists who don't pay up. But after a recent arrest, today feels like they're almost on their best behaviour. Having spent a couple of hours here, it seems much safer than the crime-ridden place it was, and the hustlers of old have moved on. Maybe they've gone elsewhere. But for tonight, the hunt is over. Time to go back to the hotel. But I'm struggling to find a cab on the street.
Looking for a cab?
Until a black limo pulls up.
Where are you from?
Originally, I'm from Harlem. I'm from New York.
You're a New Yorker.
Yeah.
Wow, it's a rare thing in New York.
Me, I love New York, period. If anybody asks me where I'm from, I never separated Brooklyn or Harlem. I was born in Harlem. I'm from New York. I love the underdog. This is the city of the underdog.
Do you consider yourself to be an underdog?
I'm a dog that doesn't bite too hard, but knows how to eat well.
Explain to me what the deal is with the yellow cabs and then the cars like yours and how that works.
Well, cars like mine is just me freelancing, me taking a little piece of that pie. You never know who you're gonna meet, you know? I might be your go-to guy when you touch down in New York.
A go-to guy. He could come in handy.
What kind of things beyond giving someone a ride somewhere can you offer customers?
You might want to know where you can meet a nice girl.
Are you talking about what I think you're talking about?
Yeah, nice company.
A lot of people say New York's kind of lost its bite. You know, that it used to be a kind of rougher place than it is these days. Do you think that's true?
Some people come here and think that it's the best thing since sliced bread, and some people come here and see it to be the most scariest place. This is where you come, I guess, if you want to feel the experience of getting to know the supposed crazy things or scary things.
My new friend Breezy says the place is cleaned up. But there's still some shady characters to be found. I'm in Harlem, which used to have a reputation as a tough part of town, but nowadays it feels like a changed borough. Breezy's given me a lead to a guy called Sherman O.T. Powell, who he says may be able to give me a rundown on the pickpockets of New York and whether they're still here somewhere. How long have you lived in Harlem?
And I came here in 1969. I've been up here, I guess, for the last 25, 30 years. Most of that time I was a pickpocket.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, that was how I made my living.
Right.
You know,
Work in what kind of areas?
basically in Grand Central Station. You know, I would go play the bus stop on 57th Street and 3rd Avenue. Sometime I'd go to the Port Authority.
What was Times Square like back in those days?
What Times Square
Was it as
a war
wild as
zone.
was it as wild as everyone
Yeah,
says it was?
It was a war zone. You know, everybody trying to get a dollar. You know, at one time you couldn't get through Times Square without getting either a pickpocketed or a prostitute grabbing you, or you know, they used to wait for the sailors to get off the boat, and tourists to come in. Times Square was something else.
And what was the most you ever made from a single lift?
About 2,200.
200, one
Yeah.
go. Man or a woman?
That was a woman, and that was going through Macy's.
You think there's still hustlers out there in New York?
It's not like it used to be.
So even Sherman's gone straight. Too many cops, credit cards, and not enough cash. He gives me the number for a crew working over in Brooklyn. How about tomorrow?
Let's play it out. The city's on red alert, so that's kind of damaging.
Even with Sherman's introduction, they seem a bit uneasy about meeting with me. The 3 strikes and you're out zero tolerance policy has had an impact. My job is going to be tough. Where are all the double dealers?
I'm going to head down to Canal Street, where there's loads of shops. Tourists go there to buy souvenirs and that kind of thing. See if I can find any scams down there that are a little bit juicier.
New York has a great reputation for shopping. It's home to famous department stores like Bloomingdale's and Macy's. But like millions of tourists, I'm looking for a bargain, which means I'm heading to Canal Street. It's a great place to pick up a present for my girlfriend. A bag, maybe some perfume.
Which one?
We're looking for some Chanel No. 5. But...
Yeah, I do have.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Want
it.
to see?
Yeah, please.
Stay here 1 second.
Oh, cool. How much is it?
It's 45, sir.
45.
It's a big bottle.
Big bottle. Is it real?
Yeah, of course, the OD perfumes, you see.
$45 is just over a third of the retail price.
Can you not open and let me have a sniff? You say it's real?
Of course, this is real.
Yeah.
This is strong.
Yeah.
You like the Mademoiselle is very bit, a little bit musky like that.
Smells like the real thing.
So, what's your best price?
Give me 35, okay?
20. 20 bucks.
25 is okay.
25? 25 bucks.
Same one you only buy in the store. Same perfume.
Same one that I would buy in Macy's.
Yeah, same thing.
Cool, man.
25 bucks is almost too good to be true. When something feels too good to be true, it usually means it isn't. But with every second shop along Canal Street selling cheap perfume, there must be a lot of wide-eyed tourists who at least believe they're getting a bargain. Another tourist hotspot is Central Park. Today it's full of people out for a stroll, riding bikes and hiring pedicabs.
You are alone, I
Yeah.
charge you $70.
$70, okay.
Yeah.
Within moments of my arrival, I'm getting the hard sell.
Think?
Where are you going
Thanks,
now?
thanks. I'm going to think about it.
I am giving you good price.
You are?
60. I don't want to lose you. I charge you $60. 1 hour vlog and 3 stops.
Okay, I'll think about it.
Just as I get rid of one guy, another one's on my case.
You pay 75. There's no tax.
Right, $75 for 1 hour.
For maybe more. You don't. I'm not gonna give you a time limit or a stop limit.
Okay,
Second reason, I also stop at John Lennon's house.
okay. Is he in?
Yeah.
Is he in?
Is John Lennon?
Yeah.
John
This is my guy.
John Lennon is not home since.
No?
since,
Come back to me, man.
I'm just talking to this guy. He
Okay,
just...
thank you.
Oh, you switching
John
now?
Lennon.
Huh?
John
You
Lennon.
switching?
Well, I'm looking for the best price, aren't I? What's the
How
problem?
much is best
Hey,
price?
listen.
I talked to this guy
what?
before you,
So what? Don't make me angry.
Is it, what's the...
That's okay. That doesn't do rickshaws. It's not even.
He offered me $60 for
Right, the cab.
a pedicab, yeah.
Look, I tell you something. Only few people licensed to give a tour in the park.
So are you licensed?
Yes.
You, can I see your license?
I don't have my license on.
Oh, you don't have it on you? All right.
Some people tell you like, oh, it's this building Madonna lived in. It's not really. You know.
Really?
Some people are true.
People will lie to you?
That's the whole time. I'll give you 65.
On the other side of the street, I notice an official-looking guy with a clipboard and a badge watching what's going on. Is he monitoring the touts?
He's not a pedicab driver.
He's not a...
No, he's not a pedicab driver.
So he's
Yeah.
just like a tout that is the go-between and he takes a commission.
And he takes the commission.
So really you should have one of these to even approach a tourist.
Absolutely, that's called solicitor, basically what he's doing. He just works with other people. He's like a middleman in a case, so to speak.
He offered me 65.
He'll make a cut from that 65. A few years ago, it wasn't even like this. It was all just pedicab drivers hustling for their own.
The scammers here are the unlicensed tags. They charge you an extra $25 for walking you 20 meters to the bikes. The insistent one is back over near the subway exit.
Now here's the guy, yeah.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
you did? You ran?
No, I'm waiting. I'm going to meet my friend.
How
I was a
many
bit worried earlier because you guys, I thought you were going to have a fight.
You started. You're supposed not. When people talk to it, well, they may have my gun.
I'm just shopping around, you know.
Yeah, you're right. You have a right to do that. You want to take the pedicab?
Oh man, I don't want to start a fight with anybody.
No. So you want it?
I think I'm going to go with the guy because I kind of said I would now.
Well, how much he charge?
Same as you.
Same as me. Why you don't take it from me?
Sorry, I took because I kind of.
You got your friend?
Yeah.
Forget about
You know,
it.
he doesn't like me anymore.
Forget about it. Forget about it.
Yeah.
The second tag delivers me to his rider a bit further into the park.
But the thing is, if the police catch you, you got a ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna cost you $200.
But the police are out in force today, so only the licensed drivers are working.
At Essex House, penthouse, belong to Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt.
Essex House.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt lives up there.
Yeah.
Wait, Brad. Brad.
Lenny Kravitz stays right there. Latoya Jackson. You can see the building with the red roof. Woody Allen, Tom Hanks, Tom Cruise, Richard Gere. Only rocks are natural.
So what was here before? Just rocks.
That part was a swamp.
A swamp with rocks.
Yeah.
A rocky swamp. How do you know all this stuff? Is there a school that you go to learn all this?
You go to school, you say you want to learn about Central Park.
Really? About Central Park?
Yeah. Or you can buy the books.
And do you think you know stuff that other guys don't know?
I know what I know, but what they know, I don't know.
Well, there's no turf war going on here. All the scammers are freelancers, and anyone's free to have a go. It's hardly the gangs of New York. I know a bargain when I see one, but that perfume I bought on Canal Street must have a story behind it. The shopkeeper insisted it was real, but I have my doubts. With Steve, the cameraman, I'm going back to pose as a commercial buyer. I want to see if I can talk them into admitting the stuff is fake, and maybe even find out where they get it from.
Can you do an order? If I give you like a particular brand, would you be able to see if you can find it?
How many?
Maybe 10?
10 piece?
Yeah.
When?
Huh?
When you need? Today?
Why? When? Yeah, today if possible. I'm here for a couple of days, so. But it's a Tom Ford, but it's not this one. It's I'll write it down for you if you like.
You want now?
It's not Black Orchid. It's not Black Orchid. It's called Noir de Noir.
While the runner goes off to check the stockroom, the manager appears and gets on the phone to his distributor. He takes his business card out of his pocket, which gives me an idea. Now I've got the number of a distributor and his address.
It's interesting that all those guys are selling designer perfumes on Canal Street, and they all say the same thing. It's real, look, it's sealed, it's the same one you buy in Macy's. But what I did was I asked them for a brand that I know would be quite difficult to get hold of, and then they started calling their distributors. And what I did was take a cheeky little photograph of the business card on my phone.
The booths and shops on Canal Street that sell scent are pretty small, and I've noticed they're constantly serviced by runners. Very little stock seems to be kept on the premises. I found the address on the card I photographed behind the guy's back, and it's led me to the garment district. The shop is well stocked, and if he's supplying Canal Street, then somebody must be supplying him. I got your number from a guy down Canal Street I was talking to, because I want to buy a quantity of a couple of fragrances. So what I'm wondering is it possible, can you get some made for me?
Made the something, no.
I mean, can you reverse engineer these? The guys down on Canal, because
you called me yesterday.
He called, that's what he said, but he said they can't do it. But you supply them, right?
But not those items, wouldn't carry, but I can look for you anyway.
Can you?
Yeah.
And what if it's not something anyone carries? Can we, is it possible that someone here in New York could make it for me?
I don't think so. It's very hard to get, but still I'm looking for you. Keep the card, call me tomorrow, okay? For this one.
Okay.
Let me see if I get it some for you.
And if you can't get it, is there somewhere else I can try? This is a difficult one to get hold of. But I mean, I imagine, you know, if you're making all these other ones, you can make that one, can't you?
No, we don't make the cologne. The Tom Ford, they made it, but we don't make it.
This guy insists he doesn't make the scent, and he's not giving anything away about where the other stuff is coming from. He's a bigger version of the guys on Canal Street. He's supplying them, you know, they're just another outlet. The tough nut to crack is getting to the guys that supply him. I still need to find the big suppliers. Around the corner I quiz a guy called Lloyd. He's on the street selling perfume. I want to know where he's getting it from. What is it in the shops?
Macy, they cost like $58.99 plus tax.
They're not real though, are they?
Yeah, they're real.
They're real. Come on.
It's two different types. They're good. I'll sell them for less, more, you know what I mean? Sometimes 20, whatever I get.
Go on, you can tell me, what do you buy them for?
About $5 each.
$5 each. Where'd you get these from?
Well, I get it from some people to promote.
Where's that?
Downtown.
This perfume seems to be everywhere I go, and everyone, including Lloyd, insists it's real. Lloyd's tip leads me to a distributor's office on the 14th floor of a building off Fifth Avenue, in the shadow of the Empire State. There's no perfume company there. There's no perfume company there. Acupuncture. No perfume. I go around the entire floor looking for the distributors, but there isn't a whiff of dodgy scent. There's at least half a dozen other perfume companies in that building, but there's no one on the 14th floor, so it looks like I've drawn a blank. This might be a bit harder than I thought. For now, the perfume trail's gone cold, but after 2 days of chasing them, I finally made a breakthrough with the pickpockets. They've agreed to meet. I'm heading to a bar in Brooklyn, where the pickpocketing gang are waiting to meet me. They want to check me out and explain how they operate. They're very nervous. For repeat offences, pickpockets here can get 4 years in jail. So far, they've proved very elusive, and I'm not sure if they'll let me into their world.
I need for you guys to understand what this is really about. It's not just about taking money. It's about kind of like speaking against the system, because the system has ignored us. So now we're speaking against, and it has to be heard. So tourism in America grosses a lot of money, you know. And since you know the whole gist of it is, why should people come here and have a good time when the people that lives here doesn't have a good time.
So that's a very interesting perspective.
Tourists is not going to stay around long enough to press charges. You know, to press charges is lengthy. You know, and most tourists, they don't have the money to stay in New York for months at a time, you know, and to come back and forth for court dates. So that's one of the advantages.
Usually, tourists don't want to press charges because they don't want to stay around for it. They want to go home.
Right.
No charges, and you go home as well.
So you stay away from Americans?
It depends
on what America you're talking about.
Okay.
Black America, yeah.
Only the wealthy.
Only the wealthy, that's it.
Right.
Robin Hood, that's what it is.
You like Robin Hood?
Modern day.
Modern day Robin Hood.
It's about taking from those that can be taken from. So that's basically the whole gist of it.
Wow, okay. Political pickpockets, they say. Robin Hoods. Stealing from the rich and giving to the poor. Themselves, presumably. They certainly talk a good game. And we've arranged to meet again tomorrow. Everywhere you go on Manhattan Island, you see the Empire State Building. It's the jewel in New York's crown. On the approach to the great building, there are loads of tourists eager to see the unparalleled view from the top, along with a load of guys in brightly coloured jackets. Could they be security?
Empire State, guys, we going up?
What's the quickest way up?
Our quickest way up is fast track.
Yeah.
That is 49 plus tax. You get a view on the 86th floor. Standard, you go in, you wait in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines.
Yeah.
Fast track, we bring you in through security. You bypass 4 of the 5 lines. With that, you get the view, the museum, the sky ride.
Okay.
This guy isn't security. He's flogging me a ticket.
Okay, I mean, all I'm interested in is the quickest way to the top.
49 plus tax.
That's definitely you. You're quicker than going in the official way.
Sir. We escort you in the building.
Okay, and how much is the tax then? What's the actual full price?
On adult, it'll be 57.
$57 for a Skyride ticket. They're a separate company with their own route to the top of the building.
So there's 2 entrances to the Empire State Building. There's the official entrance, and then there's the entrance to which I've just bought a ticket. It costs a little bit more, but they say that will get you up in 15 minutes, as opposed to more than an hour. So my producer, Chris, and I are going to have a little race.
So I go up through the official entrance with my official express ticket.
$10 cheaper. The one outside.
Chris goes in through the Skyride entrance with the so-called fast track ticket, and within 20 yards, he's waiting in line. While the customers with the expensive Skyride tickets wait downstairs for the lift, I'm in like Flynn and up to the 80th floor. The Skyride line with Chris in it waits, while the official ticket holders swan by. And the view of New York is stunning. I thoroughly recommend it. I wonder how Chris is getting on.
Okay, so by my reckoning, that took exactly 19 minutes from the bottom to the top. Seven minutes to get back down. In total, to get up, take some pictures and get back down, that ticket allowed me to do that in half an hour. I think I might be waiting a while for Chris.
In all, it takes 2 hours for Chris to go up and come back down, which gives me enough time to make a couple of calls and set up a meeting with a contact in Chinatown. Everybody keeps saying the perfume I bought is real, but I need a second opinion. I set up a meeting with a former perfume counterfeiter who I meet on a back street in Chinatown. He wants to remain anonymous.
Thanks for meeting me. Yeah, real thing, he said. Exactly the same as you would buy in Macy's, he said.
Well, right off the bat, I'll tell you that this does not look authentic. You can tell by the lines here. Normally, the companies, they spend a lot of time trying to get the package to look absolutely pristine. And this right here, it doesn't look like that. It looks cheap right off the bat. So
yeah, I mean, I'll show you the bottle. There's something, when I looked at the bottle, it kind of was a warning sign for me. Well, I mean, just even
yeah, look at the small details. I mean, this doesn't even line up. No way. I wouldn't even want to spray this on myself or give this to someone as a gift. Who knows what's in it?
I mean, where is this, ultimately, where is all this stuff coming from?
Most of it comes from China, specifically southern China, like Guangzhou.
So the Bangladeshi guys are the sort of middlemen, they're the front men for the sales.
Right, absolutely.
And the Chinese guys,
yes,
are pulling the strings behind.
That's correct.
My perfume contact seems sure that the perfume is fake, but to prove it, I'll need to get into the trade. First, I'll have to find a willing distributor, and then I'll have to set up a deal. I'm back in the garment district, and I'm going to pull a new tactic. If I ask for a very large amount of Chanel, maybe they'll agree to sell it to me.
This was how many? 3,000 these?
2,000.
2,000? Okay, I'm gonna check with him. You know, we don't do the, fake. Original. Only original.
Yeah, original, but
These guys are stonewalling me.
They all come from China or Dubai.
I may have to completely rethink my tactics, or drop the perfume scam altogether.
That?
Save your money. Go to the warehouse. What you looking for? Perfume?
Yeah, I'm looking for this one.
Maybe they don't have it.
Which warehouse?
But they have all of their name. That's where those people they buy the perfume.
Where is it?
Anyone you paid $15, Gucci, Prada, Burberry, all kind of name.
Where?
The perfume, but I don't know if they have this.
I can ask them, can I? Where's the warehouse?
You want to go?
Yeah.
How did this guy know I was having trouble getting to the suppliers? Was he following me? If they know I've been recording them, I'll be in trouble. But if I break out now, I'll blow my chances. Wired up, following a complete stranger who I just met on the streets of New York to do a dodgy perfume deal is probably not the smartest thing to do.
Hey, how are you, my friend? Good. Nice to meet you. So this guy said you might be able to help me. I'm looking for that.
No idea.
And if I want to buy number 5, Chanel number 5?
Chanel number 5, right?
Chanel number 5.
Yeah, no, this for shipping, this not for sale. I don't have selling quantity.
It doesn't have to be today.
Okay.
I can order this.
Yeah, then I have to find out, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you order me, then I can write it down in the paper and I can go look for.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah.
But this...
It's all going smoothly, then suddenly he doesn't want to take my order.
Those two places, I know they carry big quantity. You can talk to them.
Let me write down my number for the...
Give him the number. He's actually going to deal with you. Since you came with him, Yeah. He's actually going to deal with you.
He's going to deal with me for 2,000 bottles of perfume.
Trust me.
You met him first, so he's actually...
Yeah, no, that's absolutely fine, but I'm going to buy 2,000 bottles of perfume. I'm going to buy it directly from the guy. If you don't want the business, that's fine. Okay.
So the distributor won't get me 2,000 units, and he's palmed me off to a guy from the street. It doesn't make sense.
Only in America.
My new broker, who I met on the street, is a Haitian who I'll call George.
If you pay me, I'll help you with this.
How much do I have to pay?
Trust me, if you pay me, I'll help you with it.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to pay.
That's my job, that's what I'm doing.
I understand that, man. I appreciate that. And I'm happy to pay you a commission if I do a deal. That's no problem. But I have to find what I'm looking for, you understand?
You can be working for the company. They don't know you. They're not going to trust you. I tell you the truth, how it's running.
Yeah.
The channel, you take my number. Anytime you're ready, even you need 5,000, 10,000, even right now, you need 5,000, I can give you 5,000 channel.
You can get it.
You want it right now, I can get you that right now.
Okay, you get me a price right now, $2,000 bottles of Chanel number 5.
I do $15 a piece.
15's too much.
Too much? How much?
$5 a piece.
No,
2,000.
I'm not gonna get it for $5. You're not gonna get it for $5.
No, you're gonna get it for $5.
No,
what are you gonna get it?
I'm gonna get it more than that.
What are you gonna get it for?
Me?
Yeah,
I'm gonna get it for $10. I'm honest with you. You want it now? I'll give you 5,000 now.
I want 2,000. You're gonna get it for $10, and you want to make how much out of me?
5.
You know, make 10.
You give me 13.
I'll give you 11. You make two.
Okay,
you make
right.
$2 grand like that.
All right, 11. Okay, you ready now?
For 2,000 units.
Listen,
11 bucks a piece.
Are you ready now?
I'm ready.
You got the money for it?
I haven't got the money on me, but no, I'm ready. I'm not going to walk around here with 20 grand on me. No.
Yeah, so what
I got 20 grand in my hotel. It's fine.
What I want
cash.
So how many pieces you need?
2,000. Chanel number 5.
I'm standing on a street corner agreeing to a $22,000 perfume deal with a complete stranger. If I pull this off, I'll be in the illicit perfume trade. But why did he agree to this so readily? And if it happens here all the time, are the streets of New York really so clean?
Don't make me work for nothing if you know you don't need it. Now, do you understand?
Why am I here?
Okay, all right.
Well, saying that I wanted to buy 2,000 bottles of an expensive perfume, so I've left it with him because he says people trust him. He's going to see if he can find 2,000 units. We've agreed a price of $11, clearly counterfeit, and he's going to call me back. I say I'm a bit nervous about turning up to meet a guy with $22,000 in my pocket, though.
While I'm waiting for news from my perfume broker, I've got time for a rendezvous with the pickpocket gang. Yesterday after the meeting, I wasn't sure if I'd see them again, but they've called to arrange a meeting in a bar in Brooklyn, and I'm heading over there. They're going to give me a demonstration of their pickpocketing techniques. I agree on the basis that any money they steal, they give back. Before we meet them, we get rigged up.
1, 2, 3, 4 guys over there who are ready to go into the bar and do a lift from someone's bag once they see the right victim. We're going in as a crew, so as soon as something gets stolen, we're going to see it.
We know the lookout and the security guard are already there, but the pickpocket will come in later. One of the pickpockets befriends a woman at the bar. He's there to distract her attention. Her bag is hanging over the seat behind her. After half an hour of waiting and knowing what's about to happen, the gang turn up. They've chosen this bar because it's so dark. The main pickpocket, known as the Dipper, and his accomplice wait at the back. Our mics pick up their chat.
She's at the end of the bar. We'll just go on both sides and run order drinks.
The bar is busy and the customers carry on oblivious. The woman remains distracted, and when the moment is right, the Dipper strikes in the dark. In a split second, her wallet is his. Instantly, the gang leave. Round the corner, they hand the bag back to us and disappear into the night. After filming, we contacted the woman in the bar and made sure she got her money back.
Well, it seems in New York you're always being watched. You know, even sitting in a bar like that one, you leave your bag over the back of your chair, you get distracted by the person talking next to you, and your wallet is gone all too easily.
While most people are enjoying a normal morning in Manhattan, I've got a possibly dangerous deal to complete. But my Haitian broker appears to have gone to ground.
Hey, Breezy.
See you again. How's it
Yeah,
going?
you too, man. Thanks for coming down. I've been encountering various scams in New York. One that kind of found me, really, was selling perfume, saying it's kind of real perfume when in fact it's fake perfume. I told people that I was looking for 2,000 bottles of Chanel No. 5.
Okay.
My concern is that that's a lot of money. It's 22 grand. And am I going to turn up and meet this guy again with 22 grand in my pocket?
This is New York, you know, be careful. Like, they're looking for anyone that seems eager. You want to make it back across the water, you know. Be careful where you're going and who you're allowing to know, you know, I have this much money on me and I want this perfume, and you can't really trust everybody like that, you know.
Even if I turn up without the money, the fact that he's expecting me to have the money, or even there's a possibility that I have the money.
That he shows up with the actual merchandise and then you're looking like a little more than, you know, unprepared. Leave that one alone. Take my word on that one.
What's the worst that can happen, Breezy?
You don't want to end up floating in the East River or bumping into anybody's boat and we're wondering, you know,
who's that dude?
Who's that guy there?
Leave that one alone. Maybe Breezy has a point. Sleeping with the fishes in the East River is not exactly how I saw my future. But I've come too far to let it go. There's a man waiting for me with $22,000 worth of fake Chanel No. 5. After a restless night, dreaming about boats on the East River, I decide to take a chance. I have to know whether he's come up with the goods and to see if he can take me further along this fake perfume trail.
Well, I know Breezy said to stay clear of these guys, but they're the only people that I know who are going to give me the lowdown on what's going on in this counterfeit perfume industry. So I'm going to go back and talk to him one more time.
It's business as usual this morning down in the garment district, but my guy won't return my calls. Does he have cold feet too, or is he working out an angle on how to rip me off? He's nowhere to be seen, but the lookouts and the runners are.
Sorry, mate, that guy usually hangs around here. Yeah, you know the guy I mean? The tall guy?
Yeah, he's around.
It won't be long before they spot what we're doing. I can't hang around for too long. Then from nowhere, just like before, he appears.
Hey, my friend. Hey. How are you? Remember me? You never called me.
Anybody you coming and talking about 1,500, they're not gonna believe you.
Yeah. No, I don't work for the company and I don't work for the police.
No,
I don't work for anything.
I know.
Do you know what I do? I make TV shows.
From his reaction, that's not what he expected to hear.
First of all, when I see you say you're gonna buy. When you get over there, you change the subject. Me, I come here to hustle. You know, I don't have time to waste.
Okay, listen, I don't want to waste your time. You want to come and get off the street? You want to come talk to me?
I can't do it here.
You can't do it
here. I will
here.
get killed.
Yeah, okay.
We decide to move away from the lookouts to somewhere much more discreet. I'm not sure how much he'll give away. He'll take some persuading to come clean.
Listen, if I ask you anything that you're not comfortable, you want to say, I can't tell you that, that's fine. Just say, I can't tell you that.
On the way, he goes to grab a drink. He's clearly terrified.
He's really, really nervous about talking to me. He says everyone here is watching everybody else. And so we're going to go round the corner and he's going to explain to me a little bit more about what's going on here. in the counterfeit perfume industry.
Finally, we settle outside a police station where my Haitian friend feels more comfortable.
Who is it you're scared of? You didn't want to talk over there.
What do you mean?
I'm just wondering, who is it that you're scared of? Which people are you scared of?
The agent from the perfume, you know, sometimes they got the people outside.
And is it always fake perfume?
They're not original.
Right. And where does it come from?
From the Chinese people, you know.
And where do the deliveries come in?
Yeah, to the people over there.
Like big quantities?
Yes.
What sort of price do you think they're buying them in for?
They sell it like $10, $12. Maybe they buy it for maybe $4 because they have to double the money. Whatever perfume you see here, they're all fake. It's nothing original here.
All of it is fake?
All of them is fake.
All imported from China?
Whatever perfume you see there on Broadway, they all is fake. For me, it's very dangerous. My life is online. While I do now, they know they kill me. They will kill me.
So I guess our deal is off. But I have my answer. This is a massive scam, and it could be way too dangerous to go deeper into on my own. It's all been a shock for my contacts. When I started looking for scams in New York, I thought maybe the Big Apple had cleaned up. But while some of the tourist scams are fairly harmless, others are operating on a commercial scale. Who knew that the average tourist on the hunt for a bargain would be 2 degrees of separation from crime? New York still has its gangs, but they're a lot harder to find.